And there's only one brand that's fitted for the king. LiftedTrucks.com. Everyone else can bend the knee.
Find your ride now at liftedtrucks.com.
Notice this little dip, guys. Study this little dip that he's doing. With this hand, with this butt. Boom, right here. Right here. This is what made this dude think that he's probably going to come here. But then you know what he does? As he's level changing, he's bringing those hands up to eventually bring it to his actual face. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Fight Feedback. I'm your host, Henry Cejudo, aka Triple C. And on today's episode of Fight Feedback, I am going to be breaking down the heavyweight who broke the damn interim. That's right, I'm talking about the interim champ, Tom Aspinall. Guys, I'm going to say it once again, I was wrong. I was thinking Sergey Pavlov because of that power, and he was a finisher, that he was able to take out a guy like Pavlov, but no. It showed that Tom Aspinall is a contender. He is nothing to be playing with, and I'm excited to break him down according to strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and obviously his strengths. Guys, this episode wouldn't be possible without our sponsor. That's right, Lifted Trucks. He may be a short king like Triple C. He may be 5'4", twisted, still a sex appeal, but guess what, guys? Out on the street, I'm 12 damn feet tall. So you guys make sure to go liftedtrucks.com and get your lift on. Enough talk. Let's take it to the big screen. All right, so here we have it, the tell the tape. You know, Tom Aspinall at this time, who was 27 against a 42-year-old Andre Orasi. I tell you what, guys, Andre Orasi is an uncrowned heavyweight champ. I want to say he's a two-time heavyweight champ, which is unheard of. I'm, closer to height. Obviously, he's always bigger there. And then he has a one-inch reach advantage. Let's hit the play button. Boom. Yup. Notice those reactions. This dude has he's got slow twitch muscle to eventually get the. Well, as soon as he lifts this leg here to kick. Go ahead. Before it even goes down, he's already driving through. You guys see that? Before that leg even goes down, in other words, he's committing. Andre Orasi did the wrong thing of allowing this dude to kind of get on top of him this way. And then his back should have been against the cage. And then he was able to get the rear naked choke. But if there's one thing, this is a mistake that Orasi should have made. Every time you do want to kind of face up, you always want to go towards the cage, because then there's no submissions. You can't take the back, you can't get the neck, because everything is against the cage. But the takedown reaction that he ended up getting was absolutely crazy. Yep, and then here we have him against Sergey Spivak. Yeah, again, same thing. Reach, 78-inch reach advantage, kind of similar, pretty much similar everywhere else. Let's hit the play button. Yep, he shoots in, and then right away he's, he does the right thing. If you notice, he squared up with them, got it. He squared up with them, got an angle, but then yet he was able to catch that knee to eventually get that elbow. Yep. Defends him, circles, throws the knee. Free elbow. Boom. Gets the elbow, throws the knee again, hurts him to eventually go down and start welling in on this dude. Yep. This is round 1, 2. Yep. Defends him, circles. He's circling, getting away from the cage, and this is what I love. Throws that knee, boom, up in the middle as he's controlling the inside tie. Continues to kind of keep circling a bit, where he ends up finding another knee. And this guy stayed here. He was in knee, and then boom, elbow. I mean, talk about transitioning. That elbow dropped this dude. That elbow is the one that pretty much knocked him out. This is just the finishing touch. A lot of these little pepper, well, I don't want to say that, but that ground and pound. But it was that elbow that was able to rush all that blood to this dude's head. And Tom was able to get the finish. Yeah, here we have it against the 6'4", the 6'7" giant. I want to say Alexander Volkov is the tallest guy in the UFC. Anybody? Yeah, Alexander Volkov at Dude, John Jones still has a greater reach than him. 80-inch reach advantage. I mean, 80-inch reach to John Jones's 84. Just crazy. You know, somewhat similar in age. Obviously, he's a younger cat. 6'5". Let's hit the damn play button. Yeah, I love those little fakes. I don't know if you guys noticed that right before he set that up. You guys noticed that little dip, and then he was able to kind of get that 1-2. Watch. Frame it. Dips. This little dips. You see what I'm saying? This will kind of get slower to eventually him to come up and then find the face. It's a setup. And then boom, he does a slight little dip again with his hand, then he comes up top. I'm on to you, Tom. I'm on to you, Tom. I see what you're doing. Yep, fakes again. Ah, beautiful chest lock. Beautiful chest lock. Look, you see what I'm saying? Now, he's tricky. Tricky here, tricky here. Yeah, gets in close. He was really probably thinking about punching, but because he kind of smothered his punch, he ended up getting the body lock. But it's a beautiful body lock. Let's go back 10 seconds. It's a beautiful body lock. Notice what he does with his outside leg. Notice how he's tripping here. So he's got a lock here, his face here, and then he's tripping with that outside knee. That's the way you're supposed to bear hug people. Yeah. And now he's got the 6'7" giant literally on his back. And he's gonna go to work once again. Yep. Woo! I hope you guys kind of caught that. Because I want you guys to see the athleticism. Rewind it 10 seconds. Throws a kick. Go ahead. Misses the kick. Throws the punch. Slips the punch. Gets the takedown. Off of just countering. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff that more likely, if he does fight a guy like John Jones, he's going to be looking for John Jones. He's going to be looking forward to John Jones's side kicks because he's caught, if you watch a lot of the teletape that we're doing now, he was able to catch a lot of these guys off their own stuff, off their own kicks, off their own throwing of the hands. In other words, he loves to counter with takedowns. I mean, and again, guys, this is a big heavyweight. This is a big heavyweight to eventually him to get the, you know, get the straight armbar. You know, like he's looking for things. Like this dude is really tricky and he's very well-rounded. You know, he extends his arm. He's, you know, Volkov needs to get the hell up at this point. But notice how he set that up too. He was hanging out for a minute. And then when you have all that length or whatnot, yeah, and there it goes. There goes his elbow to eventually tap. What does it tell you with a guy like Tom Aspinall? Man, he's got a bag of tricks. He really does have a bag of tricks, and you don't know what is that he's gonna pull out next. Yep. Here we have it against Marcin Tybura. You know, same reach, same weight, a little short in height, but obviously he's one of us. He's one of us old kings. Let's hit the play button. Yeah, movement. This is what makes this dude tricky and special. Bah, kick to the body, recognizes distance very well. Like, you know what I'm saying? He walks out, but still doesn't overdo it. He's still in that range where a fake can get him inside. Boom. Yep, to the head. Went through the arms. Yeah, this little movement here. This little movement here is... Yeah, notice fakes, goes out. You guys see what I'm talking about? Gets these guys to think body, goes up top. Yep, pulls out, fakes again, pulls out. And almost like I think he's gonna do with the whole Sergey thing. He's gonna kind of go out and then eventually kick him. Beautiful body. Yeah, he does a really good job of faking that lead hand. He does a really good job of faking it, bah, to eventually come in. But as he sells these hands, and if you guys don't get what he's doing here, or he'll sell the kicks, but whatever he's selling here to eventually get that body kick. which is beautiful. Yeah, he's not in range. His distance is good. These guys can punch or kick, but he's in a position where he can get the hell out. I mean, impressive, super impressive. And then you're only as good as your last fight. And this is probably one of the only fights that I've seen Tom fight before actually legit studying him and spending time to watch him. But obviously, this was a fight that took place last Saturday. Let's hit the play button. Oh, 84-inch reach, just like John. Boom. Yeah, and I tell you what, Sergey did hurt him here. Boom, kicks him, changes direction to eventually get the knockout. Watch. Yeah, moves out the way. Comes this way, kicks him. Circles back over here, and I want you guys to really look at this fake. Remember I was talking about that lead hand? Look at this fake. Boom, right there. And then he's coming up top. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bring it, yeah. Notice this little dip, guys. Study this little dip that he's doing. With this hand, with this butt. Boom, right here. Right here. This is what made this dude think that he's probably going to come here. But then you know what he does? As he's level changing, he's bringing those hands up to eventually bring it to his actual face. Boom. Yeah, and then that left hook once again, that hurt him. He's jumping on top of him, and he's welling in on this dude. Yep, to eventually get the victory. I mean, what's next for a guy like this? I like it. His name is Jon Jones. But before we do that, let's take it to the 3 T's: the techniques, the tactics, and the threshold. Let's go. So here we have it, guys. The 3 T's: the techniques, the tactics, and the threshold. Where should I start off here? I'm gonna start off with the technique, because that's one thing that this dude is really good at. He fakes, he feints, he sets trap, he understands distance, he goes for distance. He understands distance, he will counter people off their leg kicks, which is something that he loves. He submits people. I mean, this dude is like, he's kind of like the heavyweight division, you know, Demetrius Johnson, man. Or maybe not that quite, but we'll say maybe St. Pierre with even better technique, with even swifter striking. So when it comes to technique, because he does have 100% defense, yeah, he does have a little bit of losses, but I'm grading him as of now. He mixes it. He's got takedowns, guys. That's rare. And it's rare to see me give people a damn 10. For his tactics, he's a competitor, man. This is a competitor. He will, you know, he won't fight in the line of fire. When Sergey did have him hurt, what did he do? He created space. He wasn't in that pocket with him because he knows Sergey's power was lethal. So he had to circle out, do his thing, to eventually go in and actually take risk and beat him. For his tactics, I gotta see him. I gotta see him fight other people at that higher level, and I would love to see him go maybe another 3 rounds. But I think for his tactics, I want to see how is it that he does against a guy like Jones. And maybe I just don't know. You know, there's still a mystery. When you get rid of people for so long, there's just a mystery. And then the threshold. The threshold, because he has knocked down, and they are heavyweights, and they all finish within that first round. I just don't know either. But when it comes to threshold, if I'm kind of to like, I'll probably give him an 8, but there's still a question mark here. Because has he gone, I mean, knocking people out, it could also be your best friend. And it could always, in a championship fight against an elite fighter like Jon Jones, it could also be your worst enemy. I mean, can you guys add that up for me? Yeah, 26 out of 30. I mean, in other words, guys, this is an A. Or is it an A?
B plus 86.
Yeah, B plus. B plus. You know, so there you have it, guys. I just broke down Tom Aspinall. Again, guys, I'm not hating. I just know that these are the areas where he could probably get better. His threshold, could he go 5 rounds with a guy like Jon Jones who has gone 5 rounds? And it's a mystery. That's not his fault. And the tactics. Can he defend a guy's wrestling like if it was John Jones? Do you have the ability to do that? You know? So again, guys, that is my breakdowns. If this guy's able to get 2 points up in his threshold, 2 points up on his tactics, I mean, he can easily be a damn 30 out of 30. Again, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'm your host, Henry Cejudo, aka Triple C, and you guys know that I will always deliver. So you guys make sure to thank our sponsor, that's right, Lifted Trucks. You may want a custom truck. You may want to lift it. You may have trouble, you know, getting the cookies from the top shelf. But I tell you what, guys, when I have my Lifted Trucks, I am 12 feet damn tall. So you guys make sure to go liftedtrucks.com and get your lift on. Till next time, Triple C is out.